Welcome to the Animals House, everyone. Today we're in the shed. It's cold outside. We're going to talk about applying caulk using a 10-ounce tube, and I'm going to go with a variety of different ways that we can squeeze that caulk out of that tube. So here we go. Here's what we're looking at, guys. We've got a traditional 10-ounce tube of tan caulk, cedar tan, and then I've got a normal hand-powered caulk gun, and then I've got a Dewalt 20-volt max caulk gun. This is DCE560B, and so this is going to be a little bit bigger machine here, but it's still just for the 10-ounce ones. And then I've got the Milwaukee, looks like a 2441-20, and this is going to be the 12-volt version, and this is a little bit lighter, and I would say, you know, maybe a little easier to hold in your hand for a long time. So first of all, you know, why do you need a caulk gun? What's wrong with the hand version? It really is fine, to be honest with you. Why have the extra weight of the battery? Why have the extra weight of the machine? But I had a situation where I needed to apply like 10 tubes worth of caulk in one situation. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna buy the tool only. I already have the batteries for the 20-volt one. And then I knew another person that had the 12-volt one. So I just thought, what the heck, I'll do up a video here. So we're getting to looking at the features of both of them. First of all, let's take a look at the Milwaukee. So when you look at the Milwaukee one, you're looking at the ability to turn this right here, and then it's got the piercing rod on it right here. Nice. There's a little groove that this fits into, so that's not wild. And then we basically are just putting it in like this. You can turn it either way you want once it's in. Okay, this one's gonna have a locking mechanism where when I have this in, I cannot pull the trigger. And then over here, you're looking at a speed anywhere from 1 to 6. So obviously 6 is gonna be really fast, 1's gonna be really slow. So when I get through here, if I want to right now, I can freely push and pull this with it locked. But when I have it unlocked, I cannot budge this. Okay, this arm is locked when I have it unlocked. I must use the trigger in order to get it to go once I have this unlocked. So now I'm gonna go ahead and lock it. I'm gonna push it ahead till it's snug, and I'm gonna see if I can write the letter D. What happens here is I'm gonna just set it on 2 for the speed. And then I'm gonna turn the head and we're gonna see what happens here. So I'm gonna pull the trigger after I unlock it, get going, and it kind of starts kind of slow. I already pulled the trigger and it's going pretty slow right now. And then, all right, it came out. I'm gonna stop. Okay, as soon as I stop, it instantly retracts back. And now I'm gonna push the button and now it starts going again. So there's a little bit of a wait there. And now as soon as I let go, it retracts back. One of the things I notice is when you let that trigger go, it right away it goes back. But then when you apply on numbers like 3, 2, and 1, you have to sit there and wait. That's not cool. You know, if you're trying to hurry up and get something done, you don't need to be waiting like 5, 6, 7 seconds for that caulk to start flowing again. So that was one observation with this one that I did not like. However, what I could do is I could turn it up to like speed 4 and I could just not depress the trigger all the way. So now I could be looking at where I get going and it's quite a bit faster. Okay, now I'm going really fast. I got to pay attention. And then I could have let the trigger off and it would have slowed, but then that's still a manual process for controlling the speed. So that is your Milwaukee one. I do think this is lighter. I kind of like that part of it, but I'm gonna hook up the Dewalt one now. All right, we take a look at the Dewalt one now. Here we've got a 2-trigger system. Okay, this is very ergonomic, very comfortable. We have speed settings on the back here. Again, we've got from 1 all the way up to 6. So I'm gonna just go on 2. And with this, I'm looking at, if I pull the top one, that unlocks this. So that's the equivalent of locking the Milwaukee. So whenever I pull this top one, I can do whatever. It releases the pressure. When I push this trigger, it's gonna go. When I let go, it rolls back very similar to the Milwaukee, very similar. So, well, let's see how this goes. So I'm gonna get this in here. I'm gonna push the top one. I'm gonna go till I'm bottomed out, and then we're gonna see what we got here. So we're gonna get going. Okay, now observation, first of all, I'm on 2.5 right now. That's pretty fast. Okay, that baby's flowing quite a bit. I mean, I guess I'd want to slow that down. I think I'm just going to slow that down to 1, and we're going to do an eye here. Okay, now that I liked. I like that better because the amount of time it took for me to let go here and then pull the trigger and reapply here, it was quite a bit faster than the Milwaukee. I was waiting quite a bit longer for the Milwaukee. All right, now, oh, I got myself a little mess here. That's going to happen. Anytime you're playing with this kind of thing, you got the potential for making a mess. And where'd that even go? That is the way it goes. So anyway, now we'll take the manual one, and we're just going to drop that in, go all the way deep, and we'll get my paper going better here. And I'm going to look at this one, and for this one I just have to do it manually. And there you have it. So I'm going to go here and there. And I tell you what, my thoughts on this, if I had to pick between the two, I would go with the Dewalt. The Dewalt is a little heavier, but I like the comfort of it better, and I like the response when I have to go from stop to start. Ultimately though, for $200, I'm just sticking with good old manual version, unless I have, like, you know, let's say you're building a house and you've got to run through, you know, let's say you got like the 30 ounce, I'm not sure what they are. I know these are 10. I think the big ones are maybe 30 or so, or 28. If you got to like put down subfloor, and instead of going like this for an hour, you know, you use a battery operated one, all for it, totally cool. But if you're just doing regular routine projects, I think I would just stick with this right here. So these are all my items. I'm not paid to do this. So guys, I hope you like the evaluation here. If you like the episode, don't forget to click for me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next episode of Danimal's House.